Welcome to our latest video. In the ever-evolving world of gaming, 2024 is set to be a thrilling year, especially for puzzle game enthusiasts. Today we're going to take a sneak peek into the future and unravel the top 5 puzzle games releasing this year. Let's get started. Naren: The Orange Room is a third-person survival horror game developed by Ret Sensation Games and published by Unique Studio. The game revolves around the character Naren, a 7th grade primary school kid whose sister unexpectedly disappeared. One day, Naren gets caught up in one of her school's secrets and finds herself in a mysterious world during the twilight hours. She has to fight, survive, and confront the terror. Naren needs to locate all of the clues, solve the riddles, and delve further into the stories that had occurred at her school. The game allows players to explore mystic stories in the school not only in twilight time but also in daytime. Inspect clues from Naren's friends, gain more evidence, to fill up the mysterious jigsaw and solve those mysteries to pave the way for the secret behind. Broken Veil is a 3D puzzle platformer with horror elements, developed and published by Sinistrum Games. The game is set in a post-Soviet provincial Russian town. The protagonist is a young boy who is searching for his mother in a faceless crowd. The game's unique psychological element is the main character's inability to recognize familiar faces, a condition known as prosopagnosia. This adds a layer of complexity and intrigue to the gameplay. The game features realistic scenery of a small Russian town, seen through the eyes of the little boy. The environment is inspired by real places of the time. Cats play a significant role in the game. They help the protagonist solve puzzles. With a laser pointer, a popular toy during the 90s, players can control the cat's movements and make them go where the boy cannot. The game involves traveling from great heights to the lowest crawls to reach the goal one. It is filled with puzzles, obstacles, and dangers fitting for the surroundings. Post Trauma is an eagerly anticipated horror game. The game is a product of the combined efforts of Red Soul Games and Raw Fury. Upon its release, it will be available for consoles and PC. The game introduces players to Roman, a middle-aged train conductor who finds himself trapped in a terrifying twisted reality. Drawing inspiration from genre-defining classics, Post Trauma promises to deliver a unique blend of horror and suspense. The game's setting is eerie and filled with chilling atmospheres that are sure to keep players on the edge of their seats. Progression through the game requires players to solve puzzles, testing their problem-solving skills. The narrative of Post Trauma is expected to be rich and immersive, pushing the boundaries of the horror genre. The graphics of the game are expected to be highly detailed, enhancing the overall gaming experience. The sound design plays a crucial role in amplifying the horror elements, making the game even more thrilling. Little Nightmares 3 is an upcoming puzzle platform horror adventure game developed by Supermassive Games. It serves as a standalone sequel to the first 2 Little Nightmares games. The game introduces 2 new child protagonists, Lo and Alone. They navigate through the nowhere, a cluster of disturbing places, in search of a path that could lead them out. The game's world is filled with delusions and an even greater threat lurking in the shadows. Little Nightmares 3 takes place in a 2.5D world. The gameplay involves exploring the world, encountering platformer-like situations, and solving puzzles to proceed. For the first time in the franchise, the game offers an online co-op mode. You can play solo with an AI companion or with another player. Lo and Alone have different gameplay mechanics. Lo wields a bow and arrow, while Alone uses a wrench. The game is set to release in 2024 on PC, PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and Nintendo Switch. Europa is an upcoming action-adventure indie game, set to be released on April 16, 2024. The game is developed by Novodust Entertainment and published by Future Friends Games. The setting of the game is the moon Europa, a lush terraformed paradise in Jupiter's shadow. The protagonist of the game is an android named Z who sets out in search of answers. The gameplay involves running, gliding, and flying across the landscape, solving mysteries in the ruins of a fallen utopia. The game also reveals the story of the last human alive. Europa is a third-person action-adventure game featuring 3D platforming mechanics and puzzle solving. It includes free-flowing movement, allowing players to go higher and reach farther distances on the map by upgrading a jetpack.